Sorry, he said we could fight, so...
He said to you could fight?
Yeah, and I agreed.
And you said, sure, I want to fight.
Yeah, that's when he pulled out about an 8-inch combat knife that was completely camouflaged.
So he came up to me with a knife and immediately stuck it in the window, tried poking me, and as I tried to get out, he kicked the door about 5 times while I was trying to get out.
You guys are great mutual combat and a road rage, and you guys want to throw punches, take out knives, stab yourselves, and you feel like that is a very legible and a reasonable agreement for you guys to do.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Khan, you are here today because you believe that the defendant is responsible for damage that was done to your car.
Yes.
Your car that was being driven by your grandson.
Yes.
This is the grandson.
Yes.
They had some altercation, and one or both of them may have gotten a little bit injured during the course of the altercation, but what took the most of a beating was your automobile.
Yes.
Were you present during that incident?
Not while the incident was happening, but I did come out later on.
Well, I'm not interested in what happened later on, because the defendant's position is that it was your grandson that precipitated this whole problem, and he was merely reacting to what your grandson had done. So since you are not a witness to any of this, I'm going to have you change places with your grandson. Tell me your name.
My name is James Abeda.
James.
Yes.
How old are you, James?
I'm 19 years old.
What do you do?
I'm a plumber.
Your first name?
Seth?
How old are you?
I'm 22 years old.
What do you do?
I'm a cook.
Where?
At a senior living in Oceanside.
Both working. Hallelujah moment. A 19 and a 22-year-old who were actually employed. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How do you know him?
I didn't know him until this altercation happened, and I found out he was my neighbor.
Okay. This incident happened on...
I think it was September 15th.
So you live next door to each other?
I believe he lives in the apartment next to mine, yes.
How long have you lived in your apartment?
About 6 years, but I haven't always stayed with my grandmother, and that's where she stays, and I stay with her currently.
Could you speak a little slower and try to keep the hair out of your eyes when you're talking to me?
Yes.
Thank you. On September 15th, where were you living?
With my grandmother in Torrance.
And is that where you live as well?
Yes, it is.
Prior to September 15th, you didn't know each other?
I didn't.
Not at all.
Okay. So why don't you start out by telling me what happened on September 15th, starting out with the time?
My first time interacting with him, I was crossing the street to go to work with channel locks, boots, and other
With
things.
what?
With like channel locks, pliers for work. I had those in my hand along with boots and other things that I needed. And as I was almost gonna finish crossing the street, he started to honk, and I flipped him off because...
Okay, so he was driving.
Yes.
So you were crossing the street.
Yes.
He was driving. Were you walking slowly? Just a second, Seth. So he was walking slowly.
Very, very slowly.
How very, very
Like
slowly?
at
Just
the-
listen to me. Listen, what I want you to do is, who is this?
Oh, that's my girlfriend.
This is your girlfriend. I want you to stand between your girlfriend and the desk. Right here. Right there. Now I want you to walk in front of your bench and show me how fast he was walking.
Probably about this, like...
No, that's
Like a
not true.
snail's pace.
Yeah, that's not true. Now go back, and I want you to rethink this again, Seth. I want you to rethink it. Do you understand?
Yes.
You know how old I am? Nobody crosses the street like that, sir, unless they're looking to irritate you. And you hadn't even had any contact with him before that, so he wasn't walking backwards. Now show me how he was walking.
Probably about...
But that's okay. That's better. Now go back.
Okay.
Did he have the right of way? Is not an answer.
He did not.
All pedestrians have the right of way, sir.
It wasn't on a crossing guard.
So he was crossing in the middle of the street?
Yes, between the median.
Explain that to me.
There's a median between the street on Artesia, and it was like walking off of there. No like crosswalk or anything.
What time was this?
It was in the morning, I think about 10 a.m.
Okay, so you're crossing the street. Wasn't fast enough for him. He honked the horn at you. You flipped him off.
Yes.
Okay, let's go from there.
And then when I flipped him off, he got very mad, and he
Just tell me what he did. Don't tell me he got mad. That is his state of mind. Just
sorry.
tell me what he did. You
Okay.
flipped him off. Did
Yeah.
you say anything?
No, I didn't at that point. He was in his car with the windows up.
Okay, was he alone?
He was with his girlfriend at the time.
That would be you.
Yes.
Do me a favor, please. Kevin, take her outside. Okay, so he's with his girlfriend. You flipped him off now.
So he parks his car in the middle of the street.
He stops in the middle of the street.
Yes, and he gets out, and he starts to get loud. He's like, you need to learn some respect. And
Is that what he said to you? You have to learn some respect?
yes, he said like something along the lines of, I'm gonna teach you some respect, or you need to learn some respect, because I had flipped him off. And
Just a minute. So far, Seth, listen to me. You're driving your car with your girlfriend. He's walking very slowly. You honk your horn at him. He turns around. He flips you off. You stop the car. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Jeff,
but-
not yeah. Not yeah. That's a yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am is even better.
This case is very funny because these two guys are in court over the damage of this little bro's grandma's car. And apparently, if you look at the way it started by a flick off that aggravated into some form of fight that led to them bashing the old woman's car. So I like the approach to which Judge Judy used here. It actually shows how experienced she is, taking the girlfriend out of the court so that whatever lies or whatever fabricated stories the boy is telling, the 22-year-old guy in this case is telling, the girlfriend will either piggyback off those stories and say the same thing, or her story will be totally contradictory to his. But let's see how this case goes, because we want to see if this story is actually as correct as these two guys here will say it, or is something that they will just fabricate stories and the girlfriend will not be able to catch up and say the same thing in the same way a boyfriend said it.
You stopped the car. Did you get out of the car?
Yes, because
Okay.
I was.
Just a second. You stopped the car. And when you stopped the car in the middle of the street.
I pulled off to the side.
Was it in a parking lane?
Yes.
Listen. Was it in a parking lane that you pulled over?
Yes.
Okay, so you pulled over into a parking lane and got out of your car.
Yes. And put on my emergency lights as well.
Well, what was the emergency? Think about that for a second. I want you to tell me what the emergency was. Is not an answer.
It's not an answer. You're right, ma'am. He was yelling obscenities at me, so I yelled some obscenities back.
No. He wasn't yelling obscenities to you, sir. He flipped you off.
He left out the part where he also yelled obscenities at me.
You mean after you honked the horn at him?
Yes.
What did he say?
Along the.
Not along the line. I want you to think about what he said. You know, I got a crystal ball here. I want you to think about what he said, and you can tell me. Nothing makes me blush.
He basically just said.
Not basic. Listen,
he said
basically is a filler word. What did he say?
Am I allowed to cuss, ma'am? Here, because it was curse words.
Are you allowed to say it? I said to you, I've heard everything.
Okay. He basically said I was a.
Not basically,
ma'am.
Not basically. What did he say?
He said I was a. He said I was a bitch. He said I was a lot of things.
Now, just a second. Now, he said all these things to you while he was crossing the street and flipping you off.
Yes.
No, I'm not sure I buy that. My friend Seth, I think they may have said those things to you after you stopped and you started to argue with him. But all that didn't happen. You're driving in the driving lane. You honk your horn because you're a little impatient, which is sort of stupid, but you're only 22. And he flips you off. You pull off to the side. This all happened very fast.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Common sense. That's what the world is all about. You pull off and then you get out, and then you start back and forth with him.
No, Judge. Because he actually did start yelling obscenities when I had my windows down. He mentioned the fact that my windows were up. They were not. They were down because it was a hot day. So I could hear him yelling the obscenities because it was when he started flipping me off. It was.
Yeah, so why don't you just keep going? What difference does it make to you? If he calls you a couple of names, you're in the car with your girlfriend, what difference does it make? You keep moving.
Ego, I guess, ma'am.
Well, you can call it ego, you can call it the stupid gene, you can call it whatever you want, but you don't pull over in your car because somebody calls you a name after you act like a jerk and honk your horn at them as they're crossing the street and get out of your car. Okay, so now you're an idiot. Now let's move forward. So now you're yelling at each other. Next.
After that, he said we could fight.
No, look here.
Sorry, he said we could fight, so.
He said to you could fight?
Yeah, we both.
No, not we both. I want to know what he said to you. He's crossing the street. He's got things in his hands. According to you, he says to you, do you want to fight?
Yes. Yes, he
And
I agreed.
and you said, sure, I want to fight.
Yeah. It's mutual combat.
Dumb and dumber. Go ahead. So he said, do you want to fight? You said, sure. This is all because you honked your horn because somebody wasn't walking fast enough in front of your car. You know how stupid that sounds?
Pretty stupid.
Yeah.
I'm aware it sounds stupid now coming out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Again, yeah.
Yeah. You know, what you got to say is, I'm a work in progress.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, keep going.
After he agreed to that.
He agreed to fight with you.
Yeah, he agreed. After that, when it was just me and him, my girlfriend was trying to tell me, like, just stop. We can both, like, just leave, which I should have listened to her. I understand that. Yes.
Was she still in the car?
No, she had come out with me to, like, try to dissolve the situation.
Okay, so, you know, she's out someplace now where she can't hear what's going on here, which is why I had her escorted from the courtroom. So she's going to tell me that when you pulled over, she said, do not get out of the car.
Yeah.
Don't get out of the car.
Yes.
That sounds like something I would say to my husband when somebody cuts him off and he pulls off and he goes running out of the car. I say, you're 90 years old. Who are you going to fight with? Go ahead. You know, but sometimes you don't get smarter. Sometimes the work in progress just gets stunted. Keep going.
After that, when we both agreed to
fight. And your girlfriend is telling you...
Trying to stop me from doing everything. That's when he pulled out about an 8-inch combat knife that was completely camouflaged. Wish I had a picture of it. But it was about that big enough to hurt me, basically. Like,
I don't care what size a knife is. A knife is a knife is a knife. It could be an inch long.
I agree.
A knife.
But yeah, it was a pretty big knife. And then after that, when we were just yelling at each other, I didn't leave after he pulled out the knife because I was kind of like, I can't believe you pulled out a knife on me. I was just shocked by it.
No, you didn't say that. You didn't just go, I can't believe you put a knife on me. You got even more angry because that's what a youth of this age would do. You know, the fact that he even called up for a fight and two of them are actually scheduling fight appointments from a flick off to a fight appointment, it just shows the recklessness of youths. These guys are so bask in their adrenaline and in their hormones that they forget everything common sense necessary and decide to just act on impulse. You know, egos will manifest and men will challenge men, but come on, everything needs to be done when it's the right time and at the right place. This was a very trivial road rage that became a disaster just in a split second. And I'm surprised it even aggravated to the level where they started pulling out weapons. There are some fights that you just say no to, and this is one of those kind of fights where you say it and you walk away.
A neighbor came over and started trying to break us up as well, and so did my father. My father came over because he just so happened to be outside and tried to stop us too. So that day it got dissolved, like the whole situation.
And?
The next day is when we really had an altercation.
Oh, so this is just an appetizer.
Yes.
Of what happened the next day, which was September 16th.
Yes.
So now your father is there, your girlfriend is there, you're separated.
Yes.
Then you saw each other again the next day.
Correct.
Take it from there. Now you saw each other the next day. What happened the next day? So far we don't have anything except, did you take out a knife on the 15th? That's an answer, yes or no?
No.
You did not?
No.
You did not have a knife with you?
Yes, I did.
You did. Where was it?
In my waistband.
So it was there?
Yes.
Okay. And visible?
Yes.
Okay. And what kind of a knife was it?
A camouflage knife with a...
How big?
About this big.
Okay. And who else was out there? He was there with his girlfriend, and his father came to sort of break things up, and it was broken up, and you got back into your car and drove off.
Yes.
So far, correct?
Yes.
Let's go to the next day.
So the next day, I was sitting in my car in front of the apartment that I live at.
You mean your grandmother's car?
Yes. And I noticed that he was like on the median that he was talking about on Artesia. He was already crossed on that side, and he was with his girlfriend. And he had noticed that I was sitting in my car, and he had already had his knife out, and he came up to me, and he tried stabbing me. He stuck his knife in the car, already yelling before I could even acknowledge his existence. He came up to me yelling, upset, and he.
What was he yelling?
He was like, "What's up?" He was like, "What's up? What happened yesterday? Like, what about yesterday? You called me. What about now?" Because he had a knife now, and I guess the day before he felt like he didn't. So he came up to me with a knife and immediately stuck it in the window, tried poking me, and as I tried to get out, he kicked the door about 5 times while I was trying to get out, crushing me and also shutting the door as I'm trying to get out. And by the time I got out...
What were you trying to get out for?
to not get stabbed because I couldn't pull off because he was on the left side of my car and that's the side I needed to go onto the road. So I couldn't drive off.
Unless you ran him over.
Yeah, and I didn't want to kill him.
He had a knife. He was stabbing you.
Yeah.
You could have killed him.
This just went to a whole different level as this boy is narrating literally someone after his life and trying to kill him. And this guy is just putting up a smirk in court. Like, dude, they are talking about a story of you pulling out a knife and chasing someone to his car and trying to stab him and you just have a smirk. Are you guilty or not? The story is getting even more dangerous and getting darker by the minute. But I'm curious to see who's really telling lies. Are both of them telling the truth? And Grandma's car, what happened to Grandma's car for real?
Go on.
So at that point, I got out and I followed him.
Okay, just a second. So then you were able to get out of your car because he walked away.
He didn't walk away.
Well, then, because you say you were following him, which means that you were behind him, which means he was walking away.
No, he was facing me and I was facing him, and I was kind of like walking him back around my car because I was trying to go to my gate and get inside instead of driving off.
Well, why didn't you drive off? Now he's away from the car. Why didn't you just drive off?
I just didn't want to get stabbed. I wasn't sure what to do. It all happened very fast.
So you didn't want to get stabbed, so you got out of your car.
Yeah, and I was trying to go inside.
Is that pretty stupid, right?
Yeah, well, I was trying to avoid hitting him with the car.
Nah. Go.
He was parked in the fire lane, and there was no cars in front of him. He could have pulled off if he...
No, not coulda, woulda, shoulda. Just tell me what happened.
I was walking across the street. Me and my girlfriend were actually having a little bit of a spat.
My girlfriend and I.
Oh, my girlfriend and I, you're right. We're having a little bit of a spat. She was leaving. I was going across the street to go, talk to her, settle things down.
So you were having a fight with your girlfriend?
Yeah, little altercation.
What were you having a fight about?
I don't even remember. Something small and stupid, probably. And then while I was walking across the street, I heard James from his car, who put down his window, start yelling at me. Again, more obscenities. You're a bitch, you're this, you're that. So I thought he wanted to start stuff again. And it seemed like he did. So I walked up, I started talking to him. Like, do you want to fight again? The exact same thing I said the day before, and the exact same thing happened. He pulled out a knife that he had in his waistband, and yeah, we just kept yelling at each other back and forth. My girlfriend, again, tried to get in between us and stop everything that was going on.
Okay, so what you're saying to me that he instigated what happened on the 16th of September by shouting at you when you were crossing the street to talk to your girlfriend.
Exactly.
And then you came back to the car to confront him as to why he's calling you names again.
Exactly.
And then from inside his car, he took out a knife?
The exact same knife, yes.
The exact same knife?
Yes.
And what did you have?
Nothing.
Now, you knew he had a knife from the day before.
Yes, I did.
So why would you go over to his car unless you yourself had some sort of something to protect yourself with?
I didn't really care about protecting myself. I was just more angry than anything. And that does sound stupid, but it's the truth. I was just really upset with the fact that we could have had mutual combat the day before, which we both are adults, we agreed to. Could have done that, but he wanted to pull out a weapon when there was...
This all started because...
Wait. You talk about you guys are both adults and you agreed to mutual combat. What happened to talking it out? What happened to, bro, it's not that deep. You guys agreed to mutual combat and a road rage and you guys want to throw punches, take out knives, stab yourselves, and you feel like that is a very legible and a reasonable agreement for you guys to do? What happened to talking it out, man? What happened to using words, man? Must there be fist fight thrown every time? This really reflects their age and the ego of men. It just shows how very shallow young men think and feel like fists can solve everything that emotions cannot.
He wasn't walking fast enough across the street.
Yes, this all started because he wasn't walking fast enough across the street, yes.
Mm-hmm. How did Mrs. Chacon's car get damaged?
When I was trying to defend myself from him, like I said, he had a pretty big knife. He says that he was following me.
No. I asked you a question. He did not damage his own car.
He did not.
You damaged his car. How did you damage his car and with what? What?
I guess my body when I was trying to defend myself.
Well,
I didn't even realize it happened until it happened.
Yeah, but I'm going to see pictures of it, I assume. Do you have photographs? I assume I'm going to see pictures of the damage to the car.
I do not have photos of the car.
No, they do.
Oh, yeah.
So as far as you're concerned, you don't know exactly how their car got damaged?
No, not exactly.
Did you break a window?
That's what they told me I did.
No. You were there.
I was there. I don't remember doing that, though. I don't.
Did you break a windshield?
I believe it was the back, not window, but the, you know the little tiny part that's connected to your back window in the back of your car? One of those tiny ones. Not the window, but the little glass part over.
A little glass part, that's usually called a window.
Yeah.
What about holes in the car?
Holes?
Holes. Would there be any pictures of holes in the car?
I don't think so.
No. Okay. And would there be any marks where there was any kicking to the car?
There shouldn't have been. No, ma'am.
You don't remember kicking the car?
No, I don't.
Do you remember what kind of car it was?
BMW?
Okay. Now, let's go back. Now he's with the girlfriend. Pick it up.
So he's
September 16th. You're in your car, sitting in the fire lane. Did you hear what he just told me?
yes.
Is that accurate?
No, it's not. He damaged my car when I had gotten out of it. We went to the back, and that's where I had to go to my gate and
Go to your what?
to my gate inside of my apartment. And his girlfriend was screaming to just stop everything because the day before it was something traumatic, I'm sure, for her as well already. And it was the same, like calling each other that. And so we were just standing there across from each other on the sidewalk. And then he backed because he's close to my car, so he kind of backhands it. And he does that to the trunk, and his hand goes through the glass, so it cuts him, and the back of the car has a hole in it.
Can I see the photographs of the damage? Oh, well, that would be what we call a, look, like a
Window.
2-year-old. That would be called a window. What I want you to do is, I see the broken window. What I want you to do, James, is Kevin is going to give you a pen, something that will show up on this, and I want you to make a circle as to where you allege there's damage to your car, your grandmother's car, other than the window.
I believe there was one more picture in the stack that showed the door that he kicked. That's
Well,
not
I'd
right
like
here.
to see it. Okay. What's the damage here? To
There's
where the
like,
beef.
like a scratch, like a line across.
And what was that made with?
I think with the knife.
Okay, good. Now, Kevin, would you go and bring in Mr. Kaufman's girlfriend? What is her name?
Kyla.
Now we will know the truth if Mr. Kaufman is telling the truth or he has been lying in court, because his girlfriend is going to either validate his story or contradict his story. So let's see what she says in the courtroom.
You can sit down. Kyla, what's your last name?
Steed, S-T-E-E-D.
How long have you and Seth been a couple?
Going on 2 years now.
He has bad temper.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. We're going to go back because you were driving in the car with him.
Yes.
Plaintiff's grandson was crossing the street. Where were you going?
I don't really remember.
Think.
Probably to the store, or like to get something to eat.
It's 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
You live together?
No. Well, yes.
Just a second. That's either a yes
Yes.
or a no or a sometimes. It's never a maybe.
It's a yes.
Where do you live together?
I live in his car.
You live in his car?
Yes.
And where does he live?
He lives with his mom.
How long have you been living in his car?
A good minute. I'm not sure.
A month, a week, 6 months?
I don't know. Can't think of the time.
Do you ever go to his mom's house?
Sometimes.
You ever stay over at his mom's house?
Sometimes.
Okay. So I want you to tell me what happened on September 15th when the plaintiff crossed the street.
I don't really remember. Yeah, I can't really remember.
Where do
how
you
it
come
started.
from? Where do you live now? In what county, city?
Oceanside?
California.
Yes.
How old are you?
22.
So I'm going to try to refresh your recollection so that we can start,
Okay.
because not remembering doesn't work for me.
Okay.
This young man was crossing the street. You're driving with your boyfriend in his car where you sometimes live. You're a passenger, he's a driver. He's crossing the street. Your boyfriend honks the horn. He flips him off.
Okay.
Your boyfriend pulls over into a parking lane, puts on his hazards, according to him. What do you say to your boyfriend?
I think I just follow him and
Followed
tell
him where?
to go get back in the car, basically.
That's what you told him. So far, so good. Get back into the car. let it go. When he pulled the car over, did you tell him to let it go and just go?
I think so.
Think.
I just remember, I don't remember.
Okay. You've been with him 2 years, correct?
Yes.
And the place where he lives, his father also lives. Is that right?
Yes.
What's his father like?
He's a pretty nice guy.
Did you ever see Seth with a knife?
No,
Does he have one?
not that I know of.
Does he have any weapon
Not that
that you ever saw?
No.
What about his father?
His father have a weapon?
Ever see?
Not that I know of.
Now I want you to go back to the next, back in your memory, to the next day. This is the day after this incident happened in the street. And ultimately, his father was there. Between you and his father, you got him to separate, and you all went on your merry way
Yes.
on the 15th. Now I want you to think back to the 16th, which is the day after.
Okay.
You and your boyfriend were outside, and you were having an argument.
Yes.
And you walked away from him, and you went to the median in the street.
Yes.
Okay. What was the argument about?
I had did something to upset him.
What did you do?
I was talking to another guy.
That he saw, or that was on a text?
It
Or...
was on a text.
Okay. And so he was upset.
Yes.
Where had you been right before you got outside?
If I'm not mistaken, I think that's when we were at his dad's house, inside his
Okay.
dad's house.
So you were at Dad's
And
house.
if not, it was either in his dad's house or outside in the car.
Okay. Was he yelling at you? What was he saying to you? I mean, I could understand him being pretty upset.
I
mean,
don't-
after all, he lets you live in his car,
Remember?
right? And now he sees you talking on phone. What he said is he sees you talking on the phone to texting, probably, another guy.
Yes.
And he's angry.
Yes.
And he has a little bit of a temper that you've seen occasionally. I would say that that's probably true, right? You saw it the day before. So you started to walk away.
Yes.
And did he follow you?
Yes, he did.
Followed you.
Yes.
And what was he saying as he followed you?
I don't remember. I think he was trying to get me to leave.
What do you mean? You were already leaving.
Yeah. Or I really don't remember. I'm pretty sure he was trying to get me to, like, not be around him anymore.
So what was he saying to you? And was he saying it in a loud way or in a quiet way?
Like medium, like not so loud, but like still loud.
So he's following you into the median, and then you're there. So you actually saw everything that happened. Where was the plaintiff's car?
I think it was across the street.
Yes. And so you saw his plaintiff's car. Now he's coming out after you, and he is angry.
Yes.
Go ahead. I want you to tell me next about what happened in the confrontation between Seth and James and the car.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Don't say I don't remember.
Okay.
Let's go.
I really can't remember.
This is such a big detail in the whole incident, and you have suddenly lost your memory from nowhere because you don't just want to say a story that contradicts what your boyfriend would have said. Clearly shows that the boyfriend too might be lying in court, and she doesn't trust him for telling the truth because suddenly amnesia is totally appearing in court and she doesn't remember anything. The only thing she remembers is that his dad is good and his dad is a nice man, and the reason why he was fighting, that's the only thing she remembers. She has literally lost her memory and can't see anything in court, which is quite disappointing.
Would you have remembered better if he was sitting in the courtroom and you heard him testify? Would you
Yes.
have remembered better?
Yes.
That's why you weren't here.
I don't remember. I remember.
You do understand, Seth. You do understand, Seth, that because she can't remember, you're going to pay for the damage to the car. You do understand that.
I did not understand.
Oh, well, I'm telling you, if she is so intimidated by you that she can't tell me
Oh, you think it's
that
him?
she can't tell me what happened on
But I
September
actually can't
16th.
remember.
That she can't tell me what happened on September 16th, and she's your witness. You're going to pay for the damage to the car. Do you understand? I want you to be clear about that. Kyla, if you can't remember, he's going to pay for the damage to the car.
Okay.
You understand?
I understand.
Now, do you have any memory of what happened on September 16th other than the fact that he was angry that you were texting with another guy?
I remember crossing the street, and then next thing I know is I hear yelling. So I turn around, and They're going at each other.
What does that mean? Tell me.
They're yelling at each other.
Just yelling?
Just yelling.
Okay, and so now you have to watch them. They're yelling at each other.
I get in between them.
Because they're yelling at each other. You walked over to where they were.
Yes.
And physically put your body in between them.
Yes.
Okay. Was James in his car or out of his car?
I think he started off in his car. And
That's correct.
I don't remember how it started, but he had somehow tried to get out. I guess my boyfriend kicked the door, and then that's when he grabbed it. Like, he had got out eventually, and then he had a knife in his hand. James did.
Yes.
And that's when I kind of backed up, but I was still trying to tell Seth to, like, let's just go and leave it alone.
Smart.
And after that, it kind of just ended. The cops had came.
Okay, good. Now you can change places with each other.
You see how the threat suddenly made her to remember the old incident? She even said more than I thought she would, considering the fact that she had lost her memory somewhere along the line. Can you imagine intentionally claiming to forget an incident and you're supposed to be the witness to help your boyfriend in the case? Man, let's continue though.
Now I'll see an estimate for the damage. Now they have to put a window in the car and take out a dent. What happened when the police came, James?
When the police showed up, they arrested both of us and separated us almost immediately. And I'm not sure where they put him, but they put me in the back of a cop car.
And then what happened?
And then I was taken to jail. And they tried to charge me with assault with a deadly weapon, but they realized soon that I was a victim and they dropped all charges.
Don't tell me what they realized. You were arrested, and at the time of your arrest, you had the knife with you.
It was in the grass somewhere.
You had thrown it in the grass.
Yes.
Okay, so at the time, I love this job. So at the time of your arrest, despite the fact that he told them that you had a knife, you disposed of the knife. So at the time that the police came, you had no knife.
Yes.
Great, love this. Okay, did you have the window? Now you can sit down. Well, just don't sit down. You can stand next to your grandmother. He did not cause $4,000 of damage to your car, madam. You had to have the dent taken out, maybe two, and you had to replace a window, which is a big deal. Do you know how much that was?
I haven't replaced it. I can't afford it. The window's still broken, the dents are still in the car. And there's also a scratch right around the car. And
I don't know how that happened.
there's more than 2 dents. There's about 4 or 5 dents in the door.
Yeah, I wouldn't let him drive the car anymore. Do you let him drive the car anymore?
He has to get to work, and I can't always take him.
So the answer is you still let him drive the car?
Yes.
So you drive the car and you leave it outside with a broken window?
Well, we have the window covered, so
With
that
what?
the rain doesn't get in there. And we're using my car right now. We very seldom use the BMW now. It's parked in the back.
Sarah, could you please find there the cost of fixing the window, if you can?
Sure.
So you disposed of the weapon before you were taken into police custody. Were you ultimately let go?
Yes, after 3 days.
So you spent 3 days in jail?
Yeah.
Did you see a lawyer?
I don't believe I did.
You had to have been arraigned.
It was a public defender.
Well, that's a lawyer.
I wasn't quite sure.
That the person was a lawyer?
Or a public defender. I don't know the difference, to be honest.
Public defender is a lawyer. Who does it cheaper. But I want a lawyer. I don't have a lawyer. I have a legal aid.
I see for a tint glass, but it doesn't break out besides taxable parts and labor, but it doesn't break out for...
See if you can look up replacing a BMW small window, Sarah.
Okay.
See if you can find that, because that's what he's going to do.
Actually, I think there's a line item here, rear door stationary vent glass, remove,
Yes.
replace, $133 at the very bottom, the last line item, if you want to just take a look. And then there is an additional tint glass. Here, I'll just circle it. I circled it for an additional $75.
Your Honor, may I speak? He also put a dent in the back of in the trunk with his knife.
He didn't have a knife.
He did have
No.
a knife.
That's the thing about this story. The boy claimed that the man had a knife, and clearly he didn't have a knife. Mr. Ruffman didn't have a knife. Instead, it's this 19-year-old boy that is looking all innocent in court that was the one with the weapon. So he was the one who also caused the damage in his grandma's car. He was the one who did majority of the damage, tearing the seats and the dents and whatever he did, scarring the car all around it. He's the one that did the damage. He's the one with the weapon. He's the one with the knife. He has just been here cooking different lies, and the part where he knows that is documented, he accepts it.
Maybe. But so far I have no proof that he had a knife. I know he had a knife.
Okay.
I know he had a knife that he was smart enough to dispose of before he was arrested. Do you understand?
I understand.
Very
that.
good.
Lucille Chacon claims the defendant, Seth Kaufman, refuses to pay for car damages after starting a fight with her grandson, James.
What I'm telling you is he was smart enough to dispose of his knife before he was arrested. Do you understand? If the police had found the knife on him, probably would have been a whole different story. Was this the first time you ever spent time in jail?
No.
Of course not. Immediately prior to this incident, when had you been in jail before?
About a week.
For what?
Domestic violence.
Against whom?
My ex-girlfriend.
Great. What happened with that case?
She attacked me, so I smacked her once, and then some neighbors saw and called the cops.
Now, that was about a week before. Immediately prior to that.
That was it, the domestic violence and then assault with a deadly weapon.
Two things.
Yes.
It's the only time that you've been arrested.
Yes.
Really? What about you?
Well, I didn't get arrested that day.
No. Prior to September 16th, when had you been arrested immediately before?
Never.
Never.
I had been detained before. But
You've been what?
Detained, where they'd sit you on the curb and stuff, but never arrested. Me and my girlfriend were having a spat outside. We got detained because the neighbor said we were too loud, but we weren't arrested. We were just talked to, told to quiet down, and then we all went on our way.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you this, Ms. Chacon. You got to stop thinking that he's an innocent victim. Do you understand?
Yes.
He's 19 years old, right?
Yes.
How old are you?
74.
Ever been arrested?
No.
I'm 81. Never been arrested. 26. Never been arrested. I don't even have to go on this side. You got the gist of what I'm saying to you. He's 19. He was arrested twice within 1 week. Doesn't that tell you something? Either he's the...
Several times, yes.
We talked about what?
About him staying out of trouble and just concentrating on working, which is what he's doing now.
Okay.
And he did have the money to buy that car. He had worked a whole year putting money away for the down payment on the BMW.
And?
So he's very responsible.
Please, you can't put responsible on a 19-year-old that is in and out of jail cell in the same sentence. He's not very responsible. He's trying to be responsible. So that's a wrong statement to make, because this boy is clearly someone that is going through the wrong path. The fact that he has been arrested the week before and he decided to go for a knife fight with a neighbor, it doesn't just make sense to me.
This report, it was mentioned that they believe he hit the window with the back of the knife, and that's how he cut his hand.
Oh, I'd like to see the police report, please, before I make a decision about how much your grandson is going to contribute to fixing the car. Because both of these characters acted inappropriately. You would agree with that, Ms. Chacon, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Perfect. So that they should both bear the responsibility. One, it's really Dumb and Dumber. Oh, so the same police officer who arrested you this time arrested you in the domestic violence case?
Yes.
Let's read on. How come neither one of you told me? Stand up. Over there. Did you tell the police that he tried to stab her with a knife?
Yes, I did.
How come in all this conversation that we had today so far, we've been at this for 40 minutes, I never heard from you that he tried to slash her with a knife?
I didn't want to talk out of turn. I was waiting for my turn to talk.
You idiot.
There was a few things
You're idiot.
left out.
So far, I have to tell you what you've told me about yourself, that you got out of your car because someone disrespected you,
Yeah.
right? That you went over to him because whatever, because you had a big fight with your girlfriend about something else. That you told me. The most important thing that's in this police report is your claim that everybody else denies that he attempted to slash her with a knife.
Correct.
That you forgot to tell me.
Yes.
Okay.
That's because it's a lie. Clearly a fabricated story that they told the police. And come on, man, you know one thing about lies, it always comes out one way or the other. They'll miss out a vital part. One part will be missing. It's a lie.
Let's not forget it. Didn't have the time to.
More lies.
Okay, I'm finished with this case. I don't have to read it anymore. It's clear to me that cross your hands.
Sorry.
It's clear to me that your grandson has some growing up to do. First, you should get him take the hair out of his eyes. He'd be more successful. He could see where he's going. Second thing is, he's going to pay for half the damage to your car. And at most, the damage to your car is $1,000. So he's going to pay $500 because all I'm charging them is $500. Do you understand?
Yes.
We're done. Thank you very much. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $500.
This court is adjourned.
Goodbye.
See how the boy fabricated the story about the other guy having a knife just to make sure that the weaponry part of the whole story is balanced. And in the whole case, so far so good. There was never a knife discovered by Mr. Kaufman in this whole thing. So this 19-year-old boy with his grandma here is just the one that is actually the major culprit in this case. Both of them are wrong, engaging in fights and ending up damaging a car. It is very, very irresponsible to engage in a fist fight whatsoever for whatsoever reason when it's not a professional bout. These two guys made their decisions out of the recklessness of youth. It is just big egos battling themselves, and this boy should have been smarter considering the fact that he had been in jail the week before. Clearly, he was the weaker one in this case because he had to pull out a knife at every opportunity he had just to try to intimidate his neighbor. Grandma should not be rewarding his behavior by giving him the same privilege that he had before. You're supposed to have stopped him from driving a car, clearly made sure that he paid for the vehicle, and also go to some form of therapy because this young man here needs to have a way to control his emotions. He still believes that violence is the only way to solve his problems, and that's not the right way to go. But I'm happy about the way this case was settled. Clearly, Judge Judy saw through both of them their lies, and he rewarded them equally to pay for Grandma's car. Grandma was the victim in this whole case, and I'm happy that she got the justice that she deserved. Tell me what you think though. Who was the one that was telling more lies? The 19-year-old guy or Mr. Kaufman who is 22? Let me know in the comment section. I'll go by the name Eastcoast Prince. This is Eastcoast Talks, and I'll see you on the next one.